I'm going to be honest with you, I was never a fan of Call of Duty titles, especially when Advanced Warfare started the trend with jetpacks, and that ridiculous clown simulator set in space made an entry. Only in late 2017 I returned to play this franchise, with more realistic approach to combat seen in World War II, gaining my interest. Today I wanted to look at Black Ops Cold War, since this title had a different production compared to other recent releases from this franchise, and it following the semi-solid reboot of Modern Warfare in 2019. Hello everyone, Chris back again with you in Gaming Zone. This year's Call of Duty reveal was probably the most interesting event I've seen in a while. After all of those teasers, trailers, and of course, the big Warzone event, I just had to try out and see what Treyarch and Raven will deliver this year. Thanks to my friends, I remembered about the forgotten PlayStation 4 in my closet, it allowing me to try the alpha and the open beta for PC, creating some thoughts and impressions on the title. This conclusions video is going to be similar to what I usually do with game reviews content, so I hope you will enjoy this coverage. From what Treyarch said, the engine Black Ops Cold War is running is custom made by them, and it's not from Modern Warfare 2019. I honestly think this is a lie, since in a lot of places the game just feels the same. Leaving that problem aside, I think that Cold War is just Modern Warfare, but set in the 80s period. While on the topic, I seriously don't get the talks about graphics downgrade. You must realize that we only had access to past-gen edition of the game on reveal, and it's an alpha with numerous issues in it. The current consoles start to show their age on the Battlefield-style locations, with severe FPS drops and stutters. And that was me playing on the Pro version of PS4. I'm afraid to see what happens with the vanilla edition of this console. Just like previous entry in Black Ops series, this game features 150 health points, yet it doesn't feel like you need to waste an entire magazine on an enemy. The TTK sadly was downgraded from the alpha going to beta, and I felt the difference by switching the builds. It became slower, sometimes revealing the netcode problems, such as deaths behind walls. Gun customization was toned down this year. Looks like you can't build custom weapons like seen in Modern Warfare, but you can still switch a lot of stuff on them. Kill streaks, score streaks, however you call these, have been changed. Now you just need to collect enough XP to call in the wanted feature, and these don't reset upon death. Yet, I'd suggest the studio to introduce a limit to these, as the UAV, chopper gun, the spam can sometimes confuse the living hell out of people. For a serious downside, SBMM, or skill-based matchmaking, is just insane in this title, and it surely requires some improvements. Modern Warfare was already bad enough, you starting with some decent rounds, then quickly thrown alongside aggressive players that easily destroy you. Same thing happens in Cold War, but the situation is 10 times worse. I'd end up falling from 2.0 KD from the first couple of rounds to just 0.2 after SBMM kicks in. This is a serious problem which must be fixed by this studio. With a quick explanation shared, it's time to have a deeper look into this title. The base locations that come with Black Ops Cold War are decent, unlike Modern Warfare's train wrecks like Arklov Farm and the infamous bridge. Gameplay feels like a proper Call of Duty title, with all of the spots and the visual being on point. The opening cutscenes have returned in this title, but optimization is required for the release, since having 20 FPS when a dude grapples on satellite is not that great. I'd like to complain about Miami and Cartel, these maps in particular are pretty bad. While it's cool to see retrowave stylistic, the gameplay is just awful. Numerous cases of camping happens in the sniping spot, and it's especially hard to counter them when there is a skilled player there. If they make themselves a team of 3 people, it's not worth going out of your way to take down that spot. You better avoid it at any cost. Cartel's problem is the big grass in the middle of the map. Players don't need to even crouch to hide. That thing does the job for them without hassle. Moscow and Satellite are still standouts, and most of the best rounds happen on these locations. Moving on to bigger maps. Armada. Man, this location is just beautiful. But this comes at a price of insane sniper spots and camping. Almost 80% of all my deaths on this location was by the hand of one sniper. That's seriously annoying. B&D control points are like hellscapes as well. Never seen fights so intense just to capture a point. Why so? Because, again, these are good spots to snipe and get some kills. I feel like this level was inspired by a platform or something, since it has a lot of verticality in it. Crossroads was one interesting thing to witness. The main reason? The incredible FPS drops and stutters on the console alpha. Looks like PS4 reached its maximum potential, and it struggles to keep consistent frame rates on this location. I really enjoyed the tank gameplay, was really fun to blow up annoying folks which camped on locations. But there's a problem, however, that is the visibility. It's really hard to spot enemies here, since they easily blend with the environment because of that glow on them. Some weirdness indeed. Unlike Modern Warfare's Armament, Gunsmith doesn't allow you to take an existing base weapon and turn it into a different model. While you can create an AKM or RPK using AK-47's base, you can't turn it into an AKS-74U. Even if this is a downgrade compared to previous title, it's still fun to customize guns, from adding silencer to changing the grips on the weapon's handle. Sounds are fine I suppose, but I miss the realistic approach seen in 2019, these being replaced by laser sounds. Nothing impressive here to be honest, they just try to make it similar to Infinity Ward's approach to customization. For a final talk, a more serious approach related to skill-based matchmaking. It's a very interesting topic, and this thingy was trending on Twitter as well. And I don't blame anyone who wants to see this feature gone, because this time around it's seriously bad. How can you have fun on the first couple of games, then to be completely destroyed shortly after? This algorithm, which is messing with the settings for the game, surely pisses me off, especially when I'm bad at playing shooters with the controllers on the console. It's understandable that you want to balance some of the skill gaps in the title, but this feature should be disabled for non-competitive players that just casually hop in and play the game. I don't care how Treyarch is defending this garbage, since it's clear like day that after a couple of rounds, you're thrown into a mid-grinder that destroys you, your positive emotions, and makes you lose it after the round finishes. The main idea I wanted to highlight from this issue is either change the SBMM completely or remove it from casual modes, only leaving it active in the competitive side. Since this feature can gather data based on your stats, it's simple to activate it on competitive lobby search. Easy fix for this problem. It's been a solid 2 years since I covered an alpha beta testing build for Call of Duty, last one being Black Ops 4 in 2018, which was basically a standalone DLC, but coming along with a Battle Royale mode. Cold War entry from this side franchise left me with a good impression, even if I sucked badly at playing it with controllers. The beta build has disappointed me with the slower TTK and netcode problems, but I still had positive emotions from it. Since this is not the final product on the shelves, some things are bound to change. But if another blackout problem happens again on my computer on release, I'll surely trash this game until the end of time. That's assured by me. Modern Warfare took a year to fix this problem, so you better make that progress count, Treyarch. I'd like to thank you for watching this upload. Don't forget to throw a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and click the subscribe button along with the bell stuff to join the Limitless fellas. This was Chris, see you in the gaming zone.